morning, everyone. Let's go check out the today's my review on the NCL jade. Hi guys, here's D&T Travel here. We're going to talk about my views on the NCL Jade. That's right, the NCL Jade, or this cruise altogether. So, I don't do cruise lines unless it affects somebody major, but this is my views on how I took this cruise ship and the things they do on this ship. And basically, I think it's going to be a pretty good review. First, we're going to get to the day we left here. Everything was fine. We left at 9 o'clock. We got to the hotel. Took our time, stopped to eat, took the back road, great drive. Got to the hotel. My husband did something. He felt a twitch. Well, we thought, okay, that as the day went on, the pain increased so bad I thought he was going to go to the hospital. I was pretty sure either we all were not going or he wasn't. Well, I had painkillers. I had that facial surgery, and I gave him one. It made it tolerant. He got on the ship. Went through the whole shamil. That was perfect. Okay, so we left the hotel. We stayed Veterans Discount 6 miles up the road, so we drove the car. Perfect. Handed the car off. A shuttle was waiting for us. We were already ahead of schedule by an hour because you had to check out by 11. We weren't supposed to be at the shuttle until 11:45, 12. So we got there. We went straight onto the shuttle. We didn't wait long. There wasn't a whole lot of people getting on board yet or going there. A lot of people stayed or parked at the hotel. Same price now. So that was some change. We'll round it off to $10. So, and we paid for that in advance. Oh, there we went. We said this is gonna be fun. It's a pain. We handed our luggage off. Not a problem. When you first got there, the good thing about it was they dropped us right off at the front door. We didn't have to carry our luggage anywhere. They took the luggage. They said, just grab what you're going to take on the ship with you. Grabbed our carry-on bags. Walked up those tall flights of steps. Then we went through. Never stopped. Then we went about 10 minutes maybe. Went up, did everything with the passports and whatever. You know, took the picture. Hi, he. So then we just went right onto the ship. No wait, no sitting down, no controller, none of that. We were an hour ahead of schedule, so we were not supposed to be getting on the ship until 12:30, quarter of 1. So we got on the ship, and we go, what are our rooms? And that's deck 7. Well, first we had to check in. You know, they're quiet until I do that. Yeah, had to check in, and so we took a right, walked up, scanned our phones, gave them our names. We did the emergency. Yes, I almost complained about the repeat email that everybody was getting to do the video. About 20 of them. And my son got them and my husband got them. So, they always said, where's our room? Upstairs. So we found the nearest stairs. We went up one flight. We noticed all the doors are open. So we walked just to find our room. And then I said, well, let's go in. And that's where the first video started. I got to go in and see the rooms. Usually they beat me there. And I wanted to show this room. Because what I saw when I went to look it up online, I couldn't find that room. And everyone was like, well, I put in my room number and it gave me all the rooms similar. Actually, it wasn't any similar to what I had. People mostly do videos on the big grand rooms. I feel if you're going to pay for something, you should be able to find something on it, which I loved the room. I loved how it laid out. I loved the beds were separate and not pushed together and took away walking space. Plenty of storage for our suitcases. Since we have a door to walk out, there they were. We wasn't even on that ship a half an hour. right outside, all our bags. We just rugged them in and said, let's go explore. So we went and we explored. We checked out some things. We had some lunch in the Irish pub. And I'll tell you, that was the best hamburger I've had. Sorry, guy. So sorry. And they had two types. They had the New York, and they oh God, please don't do it. All American burger. Okay. So we also had the Coney Island hot dog. That was pretty cool as well. I had the fish and chips there. That was very good. But what we seemed to love and keep going back for was the wings, the pretzel poppers, and the nachos. Okay, the nachos. Now, this is a 24-hour service. This is located on deck 8. It is around the center of the ship, so you can see down into the center of the ship. There's a big screen TV. There's a bar at the other end, and you can see everything going on where the Starbucks is, at the bottom of the steps. That's also where your shopping is as well. Well, not shopping, but your concierge and everything else. But if you go to the end of the ship, the back, you will find there's one big store, and it has everything in it. I like my stores to be separate. I don't like my jewelry and my booze and my what's not. It's all in the same place. But otherwise, that's just my preference. So, my husband, his pain is getting worse. We went to the meet and greet, wore Mardi Gras beads. Had a great time. Met some wonderful people. If you're planning on going on a Jade, we're going back on the Jim. I would love to meet you all there. On December 1st, 2025, one of his maiden voyages out of Jacksonville, their Newport. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's not that far away. Years go by pretty fast. So it's on Facebook, so check it out. So we're cool, had a good time. You know, very relaxed. They had a supposedly, maybe not that loud, but a sail away party on the deck. Didn't get that far with you, but they have a good time talking and taking pictures. So we're having a good time. So it's time to go, oh, all right, let's go to the room. Let's dress for dinner. Oh, wait a minute. We don't have to, right? We don't have to. That's right, we didn't have to. So we were new at this. Oh, did you make your reservations? I was told didn't have to. Oh, it's better to make reservations. So I tried. Most of the time I wanted was booked. So we tried no reservation. And we waited till 6:30, which is our normal eat time on any other cruise line. Now, it was a 30-minute wait to give you that little pager thing. But it wasn't that bad. It was really good. This was on the Arizar. Arizar and the Grand Pacific are the same menu, okay? The ambiance is way left and right. One's more fancier than the other one, but they're both nice and done elegantly. Now, a great variety of food throughout the 11 days. I like the Grand Pacific. So we ate the first 2 nights, just me and my son. Second night, we had a reservation. There was still confusion. Confusion. What line to be in, where to go for, all that. But we got in and we had a nice dinner. Third night, my husband's still in pain. He's in bed. He was in some pain, and we started giving him. We thought it was kidney stones, and then we realized no, I don't think so. It was his nerves, and he pinched it. So, I can't say that word, I'm not going to try. So, what happened was that we went to dinner, and we went to the Grand Pacific without him the first night. We went at 5:30. Walked up, told him. Now, this is what I thought was cool. You give them your room number, they punch it in, and they know everyone's supposed to be in that room. Picture of you all come up, and they say, no, Mr. Dave tonight. Like they've known you for years. And you're like, no, sir, no date night. Loved it. Took us down, set us in a nice area for two. Uh, Tables maybe had this much space in between them, so you are kind of close to another set, you know, couple. They were very nice, very talkative. We had some. I love the food. It's the same as theirs. Don't get me wrong. So here we go. Wow. Dinner's done. My son goes and starts mingling and making friends. And I'm like, now what am I going to do? So I walked around, took some pictures, just took a walk on deck 7 that goes all the way around. It was a beautiful night. It was great. Next day, my husband was starting to feel a little better. We were actually at the private island. And I did not go off onto the private island because it was tendered. And my husband could not dare try to get on a tender. And my son just slept in until whenever he wanted to get up. So that was the day I walked around the ship because there was hardly anyone on it. And of course, you've all seen that video by now. What beautiful ship this ship really was. So the rest of the cruise, we found out going to dinner around 5:30 is the best time to go if you do not want to wait. There is no line. Pretty much go up. You tell them how many people, your room, and if someone's missing, they ask you who that person is. You can choose something off a little small section. You can get double lobsters, or you can get surf and turf, or you can get a steak. They run anywhere from $20 all the way to $30. Brought to you when everybody else's dinner is brought to you. It's very good. Liked it. They no longer have lobster night. I did learn they used to, but they no longer have it. Now, this whole time we've been dressing pretty casually and very comfortable clothes, regardless of what restaurant you went to. So now this one, I don't have problems saying. It is like a Chinese restaurant. It had General Tso's chicken, each ship has a different name for it. It also is one of the paid, and there's a section that is included in your bill, in your cruise. So we went there to eat. Well, it just happens to me, nobody else. They forgot the sweet and sour pork that goes along with the combination rice. So that was the first night. My son had sake for the first time. You've all seen that picture. And my husband rated the sake because he's had it before. So, we'll just say that he's had better. But otherwise, that was all good. Then me and my husband, I believe, had dinner there one more time. I had something different. It was still good. It wasn't a problem. They are really slow in getting you your food. They are in no hurry to get you off the table. You could be there up to 3 hours having your dinner. Now, nothing wrong with that. I don't like to be rushed. We saw a couple of shows. The first show I saw with my husband, wow, I'm getting stupid. Is not gymnasts, it's acrobats or things like that, twirling in the air. I thought they were absolutely great. They were doing things I had never seen before. And this stage is not really huge. It's like a half circle. It's not long and it's not deep. So doing that kind of performance on there, I thought was pretty amazing and talented. So then, what other restaurant did we see? Oh, we went to I call it the steak restaurant. I can't pronounce its name. I'm not going to chop it up. My husband's in the background. He could tell me what it is if he would like to. But he's just back there laughing at me while I do this video. So,
Okay, the restaurant that I couldn't get to because my back was hurting It was a Brazilian, I can't pronounce it, but it's all you can eat meat, and it's called Magano.
It was very good. It was very good. The meat kept coming. At the end, they give you this pineapple and they sliced it off. And if you still want more meat and not dessert, it'll start the process all over again, which I couldn't eat anymore. We were there from 7:30 to almost 11 o'clock eating meat. They'll give you as much as you want. They'll slice off. They say if you want more, they'll give you more. There's no problem with getting food on this ship. There is food everywhere, and it was very good. And yes, he did miss it, and we didn't go back, and I feel bad that he did not have the opportunity to share in this restaurant.
First show was acrobat show, just acrobats.
Okay.
The second show was called Elements, where they had the whole production. They had the ship's orchestra, they had the ship's dancers, they had the acrobats, they had all kinds of stuff, and they did all the different elements: earth, wind, fire, and ice.
Yes.
And it was really neat. And they also, on that one, had an illusionist. And for each element, the illusionist came out in different illusions.
Yes. Also, one of our stops were changed. Actually, they were changed a couple bit. They took away Grenada. And my email, I still had it when I got home, I read it, said, due to the cost and rise of fuel, we will be changing our stops. Well, my husband knew where it was located. And he said, this is further away than that. But the captain did make an announcement the last night saying why. And he said it was only 4 hours there. But to give us more time at 2 more ports, like 10-hour days.
We stayed longer at Curacao.
Yes.
And we stayed, longer at St. John's, Antigua, which is the Dutch St. John's.
Yes, very nice islands, very colorful buildings, well kept. We walked around, we enjoyed it, did some shopping. We also found some cheese for my son, who at that time was just, having a bad day. So then we got back on the ship, and then we went to island we'd been to tons of times. There was St. Thomas. And we did get off that one. Yeah, we did some shopping and stuff. But St. Thomas was not originally on there. We were only there for a few hours. Enough to get off and do some quick shopping and back on the ship. Now, during this time, we've had several people miss the ship. And you know when that happens. So, but we were on a shore excursion, and I wouldn't say it was, I would say it was cutting it close. It was total of a 5-hour excursion. It was an 1.5-hour ride from the ship to the resort.
Well, that wasn't St. Thomas,
No.
that was
Dominica. And
Freakolandia Beach Resort.
yes, and it was nice. We got there, we walked down to the beach, we had our stuff, we got settled. About 30 minutes on the beach, and they said we need to now clean up and go up to the pool to eat. So we're like, okay. My husband got a drink. He, goofed around a bit. I got in the water. He got in the water. He got more of it than I did. So we walked back up this beautiful bridge, this wood on the side of the cliff or mountain, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Back on up, walked across where the bus was, went down to a play yard in this nice shaded tree area and had some lunch. Then after it now you can all go swimming in the pool. I wouldn't call these pools. They're like made into the rock, and they're more like wave areas. We could just set in, relax, have some drinks, had a little cute fall in it, and it was pretty good. Then it was time to go back, and then of course it's an 1.5 hours. We stopped, and I'm glad we stopped, but we stopped in this little store on the way back where you can get cigars, get a drink, get some chips, buy some art. And then we got back, and I want to tell you, I was worried about what time we were going to get back, because all aboard was 3, and they dropped us off way on the other side of this area you have to walk through. That had, its own entertainment. It had like a flowing river that you can ride and all this stuff. And we're walking and walking and walking.
That was 2:20 when we got back.
Yeah, it was 2:20, but I was concerned. And then we got there, we got our stuff, we got on the ship, we were good to go. And then it was a pretty, no crazy waves, no rain. It was beautiful. It was warm weather in the 80s, but there was no humidity. It was beautiful. So my overall, and then my overall review is this. I love the ship. It wasn't huge, but it was a beautiful ship. It was built in 2006 and was owned by it was the Pride of Hawaii. A few years later, NCL had bought it and named it the NCL Jade. So that's how she became part of their fleet. She is a beautiful ship. I love the employees or the crew members. They all went out. Our steward, he was great. He was very accommodating with all the weird things we were throwing at him. And so we were pretty good at that. I thought, okay, this is pretty good. Oh, we also got our tips back, and we decided to tip as we go. That was something else new for us because we never did that. So I liked it. We were giving out money every day to every person we had contact to. And we left, of course, our storeroom the biggest tip. We made some great friends. Willie at the Irish pub, great bartender, guys. Check him out. He's just amazing when it comes to making drinks. The drink package. I must say we got our money's worth. I didn't think it would be, we were never, it came with Cokes, sodas, juices, anything under $15. I've never had a drink that was over that I had to pay the difference. It depends on what bar you're at, how strong the drinks are. So remember that. The entertainment games on the cruise ship by the pool deck, I wish there was more, but they were good, they were interesting, and they were different. My husband was a judge in one of them. So I have to say, we booked again, but we booked on the sister ship of the Jade, and she is the Gem. And she will be going out December 1st, 2025 out of the Newport, Jacksonville, Florida. So if you're interested in that cruise, you want to know about that cruise, let me know. Go to my Facebook page for that cruise and sign up so we can do some great games. So I also had ducks. I was known as the duck lady, and the employees plays ducks too. So the one guy says, I've been looking for ducks and haven't found any. And I said, I have a duck left. So I gave him my last duck. Still, as soon as people realized I was that duck lady, that they were asking me for ducks, and I didn't have any more. I took 30 ducks, okay? So, and I didn't find any. So I'm okay with that. But I always keep one. So, yeah. So that is my review of the NCL Jade. She is a beautiful ship. Yes, I would recommend going on to her. Her crew is amazing. Didn't have any problem with anybody there. I don't like the stops. I wish I could have got Grenada. That was one of my checks on my stops. But all, there we go. There is my review on this ship. Ta-ta for now. And they were all first for me.